Hey everybody, welcome to Make Me Good at Golf. And one thing Anthony Lehman, our Mr. 90, has been talking about as he's getting towards the age of 60 is how much distance he's losing the older he gets. And luckily today, for a man to help him through that, also Windy Pete, age 56, Jack from BioGolf. Is this a question? Didn't he just, how slow was he? Was that creaking as he went? Jack from BioGolf, this is your field, big guy. It'll be a question you get asked a lot, isn't it, from older golfers?
It is correct, yeah. How as you age, your ligaments start to... Generally, you're not doing as much weight training, not doing as much exercise as you used to do. And people generally lose distance. It's one of the biggest questions we get asked at BioGolf.
And is it got to do with, say, your back? Is it the bigger muscles? Is it the clubs that you're using, the shaft of the club that you're using?
It's pretty much everything. It all factors into it. So we're talking about equipment. Generally, we're talking about swing speed, about different shafts you use. But a lot of it comes down to lack of exercise, lack of movement as you age, and just everything starts stiffening and tightening up. So what we want to do is try and open all that back up to give you a bit more mobility, which will then allow you to swing the club exactly the way you want it to.
All right, let's get into it. Thanks, Jack.
Great stuff.
Jackie boy, what do you think of the orange whip?
Yeah, so it's a great tool to basically try and create that lag in the body. It's one of those things, what you want to try and get from any sort of a piece of equipment you use is take the feel from it.
Okay.
What does it feel in your body? What does it feel in your hands? Big one for this one for you is your hands.
Okay.
Soft, easy.
Soft,
Let
easy.
the body come through. So the thing about Fleming is he's obviously a very handy golfer, and he can get away with a lot of things where he doesn't actually need to warm up as much. He'll get the ball around, but if he wants to drop down to 3, he's got a very wide stance the way he sets up. He does have a good movement, a very fast backswing, very fast downswing. A little bit more lag would help that. So talk me through what you're doing with the driver, first of all.
Yeah, I will tee off about where the toe is. Left foot, that'll go back, open up the face.
Now see what happened just at the end there. The very last thing you did.
Yeah, just lost balance, yeah.
Step forward, okay? So, I want you to do me a favor, set up for the driver, and then when you set up for your driver, I want you to just drop it in between your legs and put your hands out to the side. Like that.
Like that?
So first of all, set up like you would, so you're really sure that's exactly where you are. Then drop the handle.
And just drop it?
Keep your hands exactly where they are. That's it. Yep.
Just drop it?
Yep, that's it. Good, okay, stay there. Now, I want you to do, put your hands just here, okay? Keep your hips as still as possible. Keep your hips as still as possible from that point. You're not allowed to move them, all right?
Yep.
I want you to turn back as far as you can. Good. So you see in the video...
But I'm not doing that.
Later, come back up. No, come back up. Do that again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah. No, just turn. I don't want it to turn at all. Keep it still, that's it. So look how much rotation you get, not much, right? Yeah. Okay, so stand back up, normal, yep. Bring the feet, I know it sounds crazy, just a little touch, yeah, that's it, yeah. And then set up in that posture again.
Yeah, probably a better power position.
That's it, yep. All of a sudden it becomes an easy turn that way, right? So you're not fighting your body at that point, okay? Now, are we going to lose distance? Well, time will tell, really. This is where we can, yeah, because you won't actually lose distance because you're now more in an efficient way. You're probably going to hit the same way, but it's
so that's just a fraction outside my shoulders.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's going to feel like you've got so much time to be able to get that club down. Okay. So set up just like that. Yeah. Just set up. The best advice for this is because you're used to setting up the normal way. Set up your normal way, and then just bring it in a touch. That's fine. Magic.
Not better, but that's a better, look, the feet are better there.
You're not falling.
Aren't
That's
they?
the thing.
BioJack, I've never been a massive hitter. So we're talking about trying to create more distance, or not lose distance, but how do I create more distance? How do I go in reverse of that?
Basically, what you're talking about is trying to unlock what the potential is in your body as much as possible. And
I've never been told I've got potential in my body. Nobody's ever told me that.
I said it to you the first time I met you.
You actually did, actually. Yes.
No, so
I thought you were flirting with me. So
I was, yeah. I was trying to ensure I was going to be here. But no, essentially, with the TBI assessment, what we do is we assess the way your body moves and then link that to the swing as well, particularly in the golf posture. So what I've always noticed with you, one of the things I first said to you was you actually do have good core control in certain ways, but you lack a lot of rotation up on the shoulders. So what you're doing at the moment is you're not able to separate your upper body and your lower body. You can't turn and then let go. So that's the biggest issue I see with a lot of golfers that start losing distance, is they lose that ability to separate their body. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to unlock your potential. So more time in the air with the hands, better it's going to be.
Unlock my potential. Let's do it.
Loses that right.
What about BioGolf? When did you come up with the concept?
I came up with the concept when I was living in Scotland, actually. I was working in a town called Ayr and working with a lot of very good golfers over in Scotland, and very much amateur golfers as well, and worked on their biomechanics. So
Yes.
it's something that I've had an interest in for a long time as a chiropractor, and started really getting into the whole golf biomechanics aspect of things.
And how have you found it? Professional golfers are always looking to improve and all that sort of stuff. What's the percentage of amateur that want to keep improving? You give them a few exercises and they do, compared to amateur golfers that sort of don't embrace it as much?
Well, it's one of those things that's turning golf into a bit more of a athletic pursuit that people can stay healthy, do exercises, do strength work for. So I find that the players that come on board and do focus on their biomechanics, they tend to get a lot faster increases in their club head speed, but also just get less pain when they're playing, and they can hit the ball further as well,
Yes.
which is a big thing.
And that's what we're all trying to be as efficient as possible.
Massively trying to be as efficient as we can.
Because with the equipment these days, surely, even though you're advancing in years, but with the advancements in the ball and we'll see what they do with the ball.
We have the rollback.
You should be able to maintain a reasonable distance off the tee.
You should definitely. A lot of people say that they've dropped 10, 15, 20 metres off the tee, and it really comes down to a lot of their body. It's the fact that they can't move. So we need to work on that.
All right, let's get our balls. That is. Oh! That might be no good though.
So a lot of people do this with the drive, but not just with the drive, they do it with the irons as well. You are a little bit wide on the irons, but this is a conversation to have with your coach, because,
Who is my coach now?
It's a team sport.
Peter stole him.
Well, it is a team sport, and it's good to have these conversations.
I don't think it is a team sport.
We work on that move, right? So basically, if I keep everything still here, I can react and jump and do everything I need to do, which you do well. From the front, what I see, when you have a wide stance, you can't help but I'll do it from the front here so everyone can see.
Can't move through.
You can't help but lose posture there, okay? And then from there, it's very hard to be able to separate that to come down. You have to do two moves. You're not just coming down and then releasing, you're actually turning back and then releasing through. It's an extra whole move.
Well, most of the time, as you see, that doesn't even move.
Exactly, yeah. So bring it a little bit narrower, and with those same hands, nice soft hands.
I mean, that's getting straighter and straighter, isn't it? But I'm not. I'm happy with that.
It's moving. That's the thing. It wasn't doing it before.
Good BioJack.
Well, you're executing. I'm just giving you the position to do it. So the next part of this, once we've figured out that yes, I feel a bit more comfortable, it's very similar to doing it with the wrist. We don't want things to be too hard on the wrist when you go back, because you're not going to be able to release it. As you go to there, okay, what I want to see now is we're going to try and spend as much time in the air as possible with this hand, okay? It's going to feel, there's a big saying in golf, if you feel you're doing 10, you're doing 2, right? Because it's not going to be that bad. But you have quite a quick transition, which means you've got a lot of work to do in that short period of time to be able to use it more efficiently, okay? Don't mind going back quick, that's fine. Take as short as you want going back, but force yourself to keep that club in the air longer and get used to shifting while the club's still going
So
up.
what's a word for me?
Basically, well, lag is the word that I would
Lag.
say, okay? How long can your club spend in the air? And try and treat it as ridiculous. If you miss this ball, I'm okay, because that's how much I want you to think it's gotta be ridiculous. Let me just clear that last one.
Yeah, beauty. Balance wasn't as good, but that hit.
So
So I felt like I waited ages then.
Yep, so it felt like you waited ages. You've still got a lot more time to do, and that comes from softness in the hands. But let's have a look at one aspect of this. So your club speed jumped up 2 miles an hour with that. So each mile is about 3.5 yards.
So try and wait even longer.
Wait even longer, yep.
Yep.
Balance was good, I like that.
I think my face is like that.
Yeah. There's
But
lots
I
of
did wait, I
aspects.
felt like I waited longer.
There's lots of aspects to this.
But that's not going to
But
change.
we're getting up to 99.7, okay? So we're getting close to punching that 100 mile an hour club head speed. And that's really the thing that's going to make most of the difference, because if you can get that higher and higher and higher, this mark here, you can keep getting that higher and higher and higher. What you're going to find is, at the moment, let's say you're not maxing out, but getting close to maxing out around that 100, it's probably a bit faster from what I saw today. But if you're getting around to that 103, 104, when we start building this strength and building this jumping power technique that we talked about, it's basically going to mean that 103 is like your 80% fairway finder, right?
Yes.
And then you open up so much more of the course, and that just drops your handicap down massively.
Yeah. Because
So-
we got up to about 103 or something.
Yeah, we did last time we were there. Good. More time in the air is going to do it. Now, one of the things we did work on last time was jumping and spin and turn, all that sort of work, because the biggest predictor of club head speed is not how fast you can turn your hips, it's about how high you can jump, all right? Now, when you've got when you've got a big wide stance like you had before, it's actually quite difficult to jump from there, okay? From here, it's very hard to get much power. So doesn't have to be really narrow, but just bring it down a little bit. From there, the feel is to bump and then jump, gives you that space there. We've got techniques we can get there if it doesn't quite feel right. But again, you've got to match it with the hands being up slow. And that's the hardest part, because most people want to come down at the same time.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, even that doesn't feel natural,
Yep.
but it's good. It's been okay, hasn't it?
Minimal relief finish, that was beautiful.
So that was nowhere near the middle, but that's in the game, isn't it?
That's in the game, but let's see,
What are the speeds like there?
that's what I thought. 100, there we go. So we broke
So we're
100.
getting there.
And a lot of that was letting the club come through after.
Yeah.
So the speed, the jumping, this is something we work on in a couple of weeks. It wouldn't just be one sort of session. But one of the most important things is why, you can't feel like you can do this all the time. Why is it something that only happens when either you're feeling really good or the driver's working or you're feeling confident in the game? And a lot of that comes down to these movement patterns we always talk about.
Yeah,
So
I mean, the setup is
setup,
the setup and
Yeah.
delaying, creating lags.
exactly.
Big.
How hard is it to keep it there? It's almost impossible because you haven't really done it much.
No.
Okay. So when we always talk about creating a movement pattern, think about it as a book. You've got a bookshelf in your head and you're writing a new book. Okay. So the bookshelf is full of books, movement patterns that you can do and have done for years. And your favorite ones are always right in the middle. Coming over the top, not lagging. They're all the ones that are right in the middle. What we're trying to do by these exercises at home and also here is write a new book, because you can't ever throw out a book. You can't lose a movement pattern, but you can always replace them and push them down the line so they just go a little bit further out. So when your game's going bad, you injure your back, something happens, you're going to go back to something like this, right? But we need to make sure that it becomes a bit more natural for you. So every posture I try and get you guys to take, whether it's on the course or here, I want you set up in that position and feel comfortable with it, but you're not going to feel that comfortable.
Now,
It's a new
question.
one. Yeah.
Have you got my book, Biology, Stories from the Avenue of Apprehension,
All good stores.
at all good third-hand bookstores now? It was a bestseller in the day. So we don't want apprehension. But this is feeling more comfortable.
We're going to touch in again. I'm going to go even crazier with it, right?
There.
Feel like you're hitting a pitching wedge with this one.
Well, they're on the fairways, those ones. And I still haven't nailed it.
You haven't hit anything through the middle. So by changing your stance, another 100 point, wait, you're moving up.
So that's our
100.1.
standard.
Yeah. So as you start moving this a little bit differently, like let's say you're standing out here usually and you brought it in here, that changes your biomechanics. It changes your timing, your sequence.
You've got to get out of the way.
That's it. It gives your body a lot of time. So a lot of times when we get this movement, it feels right. What people say is they get this bump here and it starts jumping and it's almost like time slows down. And you've got this whole acres of space and time where you don't even have to think about squaring the club face because your body will do it for you. It gives you another like 0.5 of a second to get that club in the right space because it just holds it up that touch longer.
I'm feeling that with my wedges and that because I've been practicing that delay, but it feels weird. But I feel like it has got to my 9 and 8s.
Yep.
But their drive is such a different beast.
You could look at someone like Colin Morikawa, Cameron Champ, all these guys that really delay it, hold it up there almost from here and then swing through. That's something that like a drill we could adopt to try it, but it's not something you want to game, right? When it changes other things in your game, we have to be really careful. We have to be sure to look at the whole picture, which is why we always bring other coaches into it.
So that's really not that wide.
And you can sense it in the body. You're standing over that ball and your body's like, I'm not comfortable with this position. It's a new one. Yeah, where am I? Like essentially, like what position has this guy put me in?
But just about everyone, I'm finishing it like that at least.
Yeah, and you're hitting that 100 pretty much every time. So we're going to get there a little bit more when we do the next part, when we're going to start doing the speed stuff. But yeah, look, basic control comes from having a good core strength. You've got that already. So let's use what you've got. We just have to work on your balance, okay? Because when you are very wide, it pulls everything around and loses your posture.
Yeah.
When it's a bit more narrow, now you can actually open things up. That's good.
One last one of this. That's better.
Save the best for last. Perfect. A little bit also.
Just close the face a little bit there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's miles more.
Yep.
Isn't it? Wonder what the swing speed's like.
Here we go, 102. Massive.
Broke 100.
So jumped about 5 miles an hour just from 5 minutes of doing some work.
But the swing didn't feel.
No, it almost
any
feels
harder,
easier.
did it?
It should feel easier. Good job. That's good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's about balance. Just because you're trying to hit the ball harder and faster, if you're unbalanced, your club face is open, it's going to go nowhere. So you're working against yourself. So for me, biomechanically, I want to be more efficient and shortening my stance, creating just a little bit of delay in my backswing, i.e. lag, got me, 4 miles quicker swing without even trying it. And my last one went probably 20 metres more. So I think it's a functional one that I can use straight away in the course. So that's always good. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for joining us on the video here. You know, age does creep into your golf game, and we all talk about distance, but you've certainly given us some tips, not only with the swing, but also with the body mechanics, the biomechanics.
Yeah.
Can you just finish with a couple of key points?
Big key points to take from today, and saw it expertly on the video itself. When you don't have as much thoracic turn, you tend to try and adopt other postures with the body. So what we try and do is 1, give you the turn, but also 2, try and figure out how those postures can help you and how those movements can help. So number 1 would be work on your thoracic rotation. And number 2 would be work on your lag and separation, keeping your hands soft, because it just means that every shot you hit now becomes about that 80–90%. It's a much more effective way to play golf, much easier way to play golf, it's more efficient, it's way more fun.
You know, I'm going to work on my soft lag. Hey, thanks for joining us on Make Me Good at Golf.
No worries, thanks for having me.
You're looking after us, and guess what? You are going to make us good at golf. If you had to tip one of us who's needs a bit more work than anyone.
I think everyone's got their own strengths and weaknesses. Probably a little bit more work. I think Limo can do a little bit more work.
Yeah, I was going to say you looked after Limo. Limo, listen to this. Thanks, big man.
No worries, mate. Thanks for having us.